60 seconds.
You mean all these questions are about TV?
Do you hear me, people? I want caffeine
This is only a test.
now.
There's my phone.
Hey there, it's Raul. It's a Saturday night. You know, I'm with you. I'd much rather stay at home playing computer games than hassling with crowds at a movie theater. Stick with us. The popcorn's much better. How many people are playing?
I think that landfill on the way in just...
Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, one player. Hey, great. Welcome. Go ahead and type in your name. Oh, and do you want a 7-question game or a 21-question game? Oh, boy.
Hey, baby. If you ask me,
30 seconds.
Your buzzer is the letter B. That's B as in brilliant. Just brilliant.
Down to the villagers down there.
20
and
seconds.
Just
Just
give them to them. Don't ask them questions and get back here and clean my apartment.
All right, listen up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that?
10 seconds.
Good
9,
luck.
8, 7,
And
6,
get rid of the
5,
desktop.
4,
Go to black.
3.
When man's best friend gets a little too friendly.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hello, my name is Schmitty. This is You Don't Know Jack TV. If you would like a written transcript of today's show, just keep a pencil handy. Okay, you're all by yourself today? Don't worry about it. You imagine me right there next to you, mocking you. Okay, let's rock. All right, I need a category.
Question 1 is taped before a live studio audience.
For your viewing pleasure, a bird in the hand is a penny earned. You get it right, you get 2K. Imagine the horror of waking up one day and discovering you could only speak in cliches. Based on their positions in the ratings when they were canceled, which of these cliches would you use to best describe both I Love Lucy and the Andy Griffith Show? Nice guys finish last. Don't play in the middle of the road. Better quit while you're ahead, or a stitch in time saves 9. Since both Lucy and Andy Griffith's shows were ranked #1 when they were canceled by the networks, you could definitely have said that you'd better quit while you're ahead. You could also say the same thing about Mac's Headroom. Get it? Because, you know, he was just ahead. Yeah, like you could do better. Throw me a category. All right, give it up for The Thumb of Doom. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Okay, free your mind. If you were to offer a ride to the title character of the cable series The Hitchhiker, how would he entertain you during the trip? By playing the blues, by ripping out your internal organs, by showing you his halo, or by telling you macabre stories? The Hitchhiker is that cable TV series where the hitchhiker runs around introducing grisly tales of suspense. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone, but it's got more bodily harm. Well, look at that. A cow. I know a very strange tale about a cow that once... Oh, for the love of God, shut up! Time to pick a category.
This is question 3.
Let's have a big warm welcome for Wash Your Mouth Out with Soaps. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Flex those fingers, here it comes. If the evil Mikos Cassadine had succeeded in his evil 1983 plot to wreak havoc on General Hospital, what would the hospital's patients most likely have been suffering from that year? Hypothermia, heat exhaustion, blindness, or diarrhea? General Hospital's infamous Ice Princess plot from 1983 had Port Charles in danger of being sent at a deep freeze by Mikos Cassadine and his freeze machine. So the folks would be suffering from hypothermia and hysterical laughter at the show's lame-ass plot lines. Who comes up with this stuff? All right, pick a category. Well, I hope you're all rested up because you're about to take on a Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is Howdy, won't you be my duty? Now, I'm gonna read off 7 character names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if he or she is a resident of the neighborhood of make-believe, you know, like a Mr. Rogers, or a Howdy Doody character. If you think he or she is a character from the neighborhood of make-believe, press 1. If they're a neighbor of Howdy Doody, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. You get $500 for each right answer, and $500 is going to be taken away if you get it wrong or you don't get to it. Okay, can I get 30 seconds on the clock? Let the games begin. King Friday, Make Believe, or Howdy Doody? X the Owl. Clarabelle the Clown. Lady Elaine Fairchild. Daniel Striped Tiger. Princess Summerfall Winter Spring. Last one, Chief Thunderthud. That'd be 7. You got 6 out of 7 right. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Let's look at your score. Talk about the prices. Give me a category. Shake hands with Clutch This. $1,000 if you get it. Hey, check it out. Vice President Al Gore's image consultants have decided to remake Al's stiff wooden image and make him a little more animated. If the image consultants decide to animate Al Gore using the Synchrovox method of animation made famous by the cartoon Clutch Cargo, what part of Al will be moving? His hands, his hair, his lips, or his eyes? You know you want to pick the correct answer, right? For the curious, here's the right answer. Synchrovox is the process by which human lips are used to make those Clutch Cargo folks look like they're talking. So Al's lips will be flapping away. Flapping lips. Yeah, Tipper's gonna want to put a parental warning label on that for sure. Category, please. The category? Band. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Ready? Catch this. Because the Canadian Broadcasting Company initially refused to broadcast the character, which of the following would young Canadians have had to cross the border to watch? Clutch Cargo cartoons, Pepe Le Pew features, G.I. Joe commercials, or Dudley Do-Right episodes? Sweet Little Dudley Do-Right was initially banned by the CBC because it made a mockery of the Canadian Mounties.
Come on, eh? We gotta make it across before sunup.
Can someone else carry the TV for a while?
All right, I need a category.
Hi.
Order.
Don't shoot. Got him out.
Tonight. Savory.
I love you, question 7.
May I introduce Grace Under Fire, Under Fire. How does $2,000 sound? Hey kids, it's Howdy Doody time. If the title character from Grace Under Fire lived out the life of the famous real-life person that shares her name, what would you expect to see the TV character do? Sing about white rabbits and Alice, become androgynous, marry the Prince of Monaco, or whatever George Burns tells her to. The title character's name on Grace Under Fire is Grace Kelly, the former Princess of Monaco and star of a lot of really cool movies. Which I guess means that her cute little daughter Libby will grow up to be a bad Euro trash pop singer. Throw me a category. And our special guest tonight, did you vote Democratic, Republican, or television? $3,000 for this one. You know, 1984 was not just an election year, it was the year the first Ralph convention was held, with over 2,100 people attending. If the members of the Ralph convention had actually nominated a candidate for president, what might have been his campaign slogan? Sit on it, Mondale. To the moon, Reagan. Believe it or not, I'm running for president. Or vote smart. RALPH is an acronym for the Royal Association for the Longevity and the Preservation of the Honeymooners. Now, how do you suppose an association like that gets started? Because I always thought dorks like that never left their houses. Time to pick a category. Let's see what we got going. Milk with bacon and other unkosher dinner episodes. $1,000 at stake on this one. Suppose a bunch of TV characters gather for a Shabbat dinner. Instead of saying Shabbat Shalom, which two characters might greet their fellow diners with Shazbat Shazam? Mork and Gomer Pyle, Shaggy and Genie, JJ and Captain Marvel, or Fat Albert and Rerun? All right, well, Captain Marvel does say Shazam, but JJ would never say Shazbat. His mom would wash his mouth out with soap. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. Mork says Shazbat, Gomer says Shazam, and then matzo balls come flying out of nowhere. Give me a category. Coming at you, because I'm sure the public gives a crap. $2,000 for a correct answer. Get the wax out of your ears, it's question time. Say Phil Donahue hosts a show about his own marriage. Given his wife's most famous TV role, what would make the best title of the show? The Bionic Woman is my woman. I really do love Lucy. I married that girl. Or Alice lives with me now. No, although I hear the Bionic Woman is a real sex machine. You want to see what the smart money says? In 1980, talk show pioneer Phil Donahue married that girl, Marlo Thomas. Of course, the show would probably get higher ratings if it were titled, I Married That Razor Blade-Wielding, Leather-Wearing, Three-Armed Transsexual Girl. That's the end of round one. Don't touch that dial because we're going right into round two. Don't forget, everything in round two is worth double, so heads up. All right, pick a category. I believe this one is called Bob Bob Dooab. How does $4,000 grab you? Say, have you heard about Bob Newhart's new show? Yeah, apparently he's going to play 3 different roles. All right, I'm just making it up, but it's for a question. Say Bob's new sitcom features his 3 old characters as lawyers. Based on his characters' last names, what might be the name of their law firm? Peterson, Carlin, and Vickers, Robinson, Tupperman, and Borden, Utley, Vanderkellen, and Devane, or Loudon, Hartley, and McKay? Bob Newhart played the roles of Bob Hartley, Bob McKay, and Dick Loudon. As lawyers, I guess their first course of action would be to copyright the game Hi Bob and sue anyone that ever says Hey Dick. Category, please. This category is known as In Search of a Better Haircut. Heads up, this one's going to be $6,000. All right, let's just admit it. Leonard Nimoy is hopelessly typecast as Mr. Spock. So, say Mr. Spock were the host of In Search of. Based on the series episodes, which of these places would the Starship Enterprise not go in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock? The Yeti's Mountain, Casanova's Prison, a field containing crop circles, or Loch Ness? Nope, he was all over Casanova. Let me rephrase that. So you don't lose any sleep over it. Crop circles didn't become infamous till after In Search of had run its course. Although if you ask me, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, that's where you get those crop circles. Uh-huh. All right, I need a category.
15! 13!
We're calling this one Everybody's Doing It. $4K coming your way for a right answer. Forward March. George Carlin was the first to do it. Drew Barrymore was 7 when she did it, and Tom Hanks and Elliot Gould did it at least 5 times. What did they do? Hosted Saturday Night Live, appeared on Laugh-In, won an Emmy, or had their own sitcom? They've all hosted Saturday Night Live. Drew Barrymore's stint as host was particularly exciting because her babysitter was chasing her around the whole time, screaming that it was past her bedtime. Throw me a category.
The kookiest digits you've ever seen. Together they're 14.
This one's called If Music Be the Food of Love, Play Me. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Think fast, it's question time. If you gathered a group of TV characters together to play Bach's Suite No. 2 in D minor for cello, who would not be included? Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation, Helen Chappell from Wings, Julie Miller from Fame, or Buddy from The Dick Van Dyke Show? No, Helen is a cellist. In fact, she's so good that she's a waitress at an airport coffee shop. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? Riker plays the trombone, so he'd probably feel out of place playing with a trio of cellists. Captain's log, stardate. Oh, for goodness sakes, Riker! Time to pick a category. Hey, bless smut with dime store.
It is time for a TV station.
Grab hold of this gibberish category. Kiss the mother, kill the daughter. Let's see how much of $10,000 you can win on this gibberish question. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, now that you're all settled, tell me, what popular sitcom line does this rhyme with? Kiss his shy mother, smother Carol. And don't let that punctuation fool you. First clue, it's from an 80s sitcom. It's from an 80s sitcom featuring Bob Newhart. Hey, if I'd have said hi, Bob, you'd have to drink. Oh, damn. Last clue, Larry is introducing his brothers. All right, type the answer and hit return. You know, I never understood why that was so funny. Maybe I'll go ask my brother Schmitty. Hey, Schmitty, you think that's funny? No, Schmitty, I don't think that's funny. See, we don't think that's funny. Give me a category. Today's specialties include things that are pyramids. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. All right, folks, it's time for the You Don't Know Jack Pyramid. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to read off all the things that I can think of that are in this one category. You ready? The Price is Right. Name that tune. The Joker's Wild. A Hot Potato. The $25,000 Pyramid. Down You Go. I've Got a Secret. Is it things hosted by Bob Barker? Things hosted by Jack Barry? Things hosted by Bill Cullen? Or things hosted by Tom Kennedy? Yeah, you got it. That's right. They're all things hosted by Bill Cullen. This guy has hosted more game shows than anyone. Oh, I'm so glad you got that one. This is so much fun playing along. You know, trying to help rather than just kick you when you're down. Category, please. The category is, whoa, what happened? You get this one, you pocket $2,000. All right, listen up. You remember that made-for-TV movie The Day After? Well, what happened on the day before? An alien invasion, a nuclear holocaust, a strange birth, or unprotected sex? The Day After was a made-for-TV movie about life after a nuclear holocaust. Hopefully, we won't have to worry about that sort of thing anymore. I hear the French are developing some sort of day-after pill. All right, pick a category. Let's take a look at Cliff's Notes you don't even have to read. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hey, remember how psyched you were in school when they made you read a book that was already a movie? Yeah, don't talk to me about it, I know. Since one of its most famous episodes is done entirely in verse based on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, which show could kids watch instead of reading some dumb play? Designing Women, Moonlighting, Miami Vice, or 30-something? Designing Women and Taming of the Shrew? What is that, supposed to be some kind of mean crack about Delta Burke? The correct answer is, there's this episode of Moonlighting that's filmed all in verse, and it's based on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew. And for all you parents and teachers out there getting ready to write letters of complaint, bring it on, baby. Time to pick a category. Well, what do we have here? Unimaginative male fantasies. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Put your head between your knees, because we're going down. Based on his wife's occupation, which of these sexual fantasies definitely comes true for Jack Tripper of Three's Company fame? Being flown by a sexy flight attendant, being beaten up by a sexy dominatrix, being taught by a sexy ski instructor, or being treated by a sexy nurse? At the end of Three's Company, Jack meets Vicky, a flight attendant, and they live happily ever after on the spin-off Three's a Crowd. Her father's always bursting in and interrupting them during sex. His fantasies are a little more complicated. All right, I need a category. For your enjoyment, can we get a little more animated, please? I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. All right, let's see what we got here. I hope you were paying attention in the last question because, well, nah, it's probably not going to help you at all here. If Vicky from Three's a Crowd were to guest star on Animaniacs, what would the Animaniacs most likely say to her?
Hello, flight attendant. Hello, nurse. Hello, dominatrix.
Or,
hello, ski instructor.
Whenever the Warner Brothers see an attractive female, they say, hello, nurse, whether or not she's a nurse. Yeah, I guess...
Hello, registered medical assistance professional.
Didn't have quite the same pizzazz. Throw me a category. Welcome to the... Oh, you already know the attack. Well, don't let me stand in your way. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Who could replace me? Oh, ha ha. You can put your hand down now. You're going to need it. Score. That's the game. Wow, that was an exciting game. That was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left, now look to your right, now repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Beautiful. Very nice work, people. Hey, Raul, what's up? Are we doing another one of these?
Yeah, look, if you want to play another game, just, let me know.
The Rollster is crafted in the spirit of the great man who tamed the Wild West. If you're fed up with always having to look between the cushions of the couch or under last week's newspaper, then you need the Rollster. By fitting snugly on any pant loop or with the optional quick draw action belt, Rollster never lets you down because it's always by your side. You want control? You want Rollster.
Rollster available in gray, tan, black, and red clay. Genuine imitation brush leather hat, fringe vest, and couch spurs available separately.
Next time on Acquaintances, Mikey and Daphne bump into each other in the elevator.
Hi, Daphne.
Hi, Mickey.
How's it going?
Okay, and you?
All right. Well, here's my floor. Maybe I'll see you at the coffee shop later.
Yeah, bye.
Russ has a dilemma.
I mean, Rebecca seems like a nice girl, but can I trust her to take my chinchilla to the holistic vet while I'm in Bermuda? I mean, it's not like we're friends.
And Monique Monique and Trevor have a heart-to-heart.
My job at the restaurant is totally unfulfilling. My friends are a bunch of idiots with perfect hair, and even my brother is getting more sex than I am. My life sucks.
Do I know you?
Acquaintances, Thursday nights, followed by Caroline in prison.
On the next episode of Road Kids.
Welcome to Eastside Hospital, kids. Scrub up, grab a gown. Today you're all going to be surgeons.
Surgeons? Oh my God.
No way.
Cool.
I'll confess, at first I was a little nervous. Being a roadie for Van Halen was one thing, but this was serious surgery.
The doctor asked if anybody had ever performed an angioplasty before.
I was like, wow, this is going to be really tough.
Okay, Kenny, you're going to need to make an incision right there, but be careful not to get the left ventricle.
Wait, you mean right here? Oh my God! Gauze?
Surgery was definitely a challenge, but the doctors were very helpful, even after Kenny killed that guy.
Hey, the freaking camera guy bumped my arm.
You know, Kenny, you really need to take more responsibility.
I think, having to do surgery, we learned a lot about ourselves.
I can't wait for our next adventure.
Hey, look! What's that under his spleen?
It's our next clue. Hey, guys, we're going to be maximum security prison guards.
Catch it all on the next Road Kids.
Tonight, after the real world, Trenton.
Oh, I guess I'll just say it. Sweetie, will you marry...
The average human passes wind 11 times a day. But now there's an answer to the embarrassment. The Fart and Burp Buddy. The Fart and Burp Buddy is a tiny pouch that emits a lifelike scream when you squeeze it, diverting attention away from your loud flatulation or belch. Let's rewind and see just how the Fart and Burp Buddy can work.
Sweetie, will you marry...
Oh my God, look, it's John Travolta.
Honey, someone said they saw John Travolta.
Oh, it was probably just some crazy lady. Now, Schnuggums, will you marry me?
Yes, Tom, I will.
Just one little squeeze and the Fart and Burp Buddy can help you out of any cheese-cutting jam. It fits right in your pocket or purse and comes with over 100 attention-diverting phrases programmed right inside. Just listen to a few of these examples.
Look, it's Menudo. Oh no, the building's on fire. Watch out for that UFO.
The Fart and Burp Buddy even comes in foreign models, like the German.
Gross Gott, es ist David Hasselhoff.
Or how about the French?
Zut alors, il est Jerry Lewis.
The Fart and Burp Buddy, from the makers of Flatulence, the scented suppositories.